TikTok number 97 is love. It's very love. So yeah, apologies for the last week because I was very sick and it
You were?
yeah, and I was
No.
I mean coughing and sneezing and I'm still a little bit coughing, but it's it's fine for now.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know,
Flu?
some kind of a virus, I guess.
Oh.
But I'm mostly okay now, so we can do the thing finally. And man, there have been some stories this week. Well, and last week. Since
Hmm.
I wanted to, man, there's some crazy things coming from this week and last week. So it's gonna be a good show. I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm hyped. Anyway, yeah, how you been? Doing good? Uh, Working a lot?
Mm, sort of, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Just working. Just the usual.
How did,
Whew.
how did you celebrate?
Working.
How did you celebrate yesterday?
What, yesterday's holiday? With
Yeah,
work.
yeah. How how was the crowd?
Uh, the crowd was big, but actually I had a pretty decent day. Most of the crowd was ordering pasta, and I
Oh,
wasn't working in pasta.
okay.
So actually, my day was pretty chill. No, not chill, but pretty normal.
Hmm.
Pretty alright.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about
So
any special like blue, black, white pasta colorings that you added or something? No.
we didn't have any special items on the menu, but we did have some. The like kilo
Oh.
sandwiches,
Oh
just for
really?
us, for the workers. Yeah.
Ah yeah, I see. Oh nice.
It was nice. Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, even the biggest one of the biggest companies. I mean, Vice TransferWise. I saw a picture that they handed out some kilo Waylabe also for
Mhm.
everybody. So it's kind of I don't know. I don't know. Do you like kilo?
Do I like kilo?
Yeah.
I like it just as a topping for a sandwich. Though.
Hmm.
I like in any other way. I don't think I would eat it like just fresh or. It's very salty. It's like so. It's very salty, so I guess it works as a like a sandwich ingredient. But it's fine. It's fine. Kind of a mess to clean though. To like so, but like if you buy it already cleaned, like flat, it's not as good. So that's unfortunate.
Hmm.
What about you?
Uh. Yeah. I don't know. Yesterday we went. Just we're not big of a like a celebration type of people, I guess. But we went out to get some late vastlekukel,
Mhm.
which we didn't get 3 days before because if we're gonna buy the right one. And yesterday they
What
were
is the right one?
the right one is the one we didn't get yesterday because they were out because they apparently
No.
the right one is so in demand that it's a matter of like minutes basically because
Mm.
the right one is from Pärnu Taluturg, which is like um, kind of like a farmers market slash shop
Mhm.
somewhere in
Yeah.
between. And they have and Melissa went today, so they have like they get a shipment in. Today was the last day, and they got a shipment at
Mhm.
12, and it's a matter of like I don't know half an hour, and then they're all gone. But it's a basically a croissant. it's a vastlakukkel, but it's the right one is now the croissant with marzipan and salted caramels and whipped cream.
And whipped cream. Okay.
Yeah, and
Sure. Sounds nice.
and and she got me one, and I'm gonna have some on stream right now.
Ooh. Come on, food porn.
And yes, okay, yeah, salted caramel always a good idea in my book, but if you don't,
What's it caramel in that? Yeah, I guess so. You need something, yeah, you need some other flavor to
Mhm.
balance out the sweetness, so if you have a jam, it's just more sourness, I guess, which works. Or you can add some salty caramel, I guess. Yeah, I can see that. What if you put like some... if I were like making all those from scratch,
Mhm.
I would maybe make like a jam with some chili in it.
Ooh,
Try something like that.
wow.
Make it also a bit spicy.
Okay, okay,
And
okay.
then just the basics. Well, actually, I don't know. The basic like the basic whipped cream topping is kind of boring. But if you mix it with like mascarpone or something, gonna be more delicious. So maybe something like that. That would be my recipe. But I wouldn't make it like a croissant. Too much of a hassle. I would just make the regular sort of bun, but like a homemade bun.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Next year I'll have maybe more time. I'll make homemade vastakuklet. Maurice makes them also. He made them once this year as well, but he just made them like yeah, like whipped cream, and he just put marzipan candy in the middle. But like, it doesn't really work just like that because it's just like a chunk of marzipan.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah,
hard, so it's just
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of sits there.
It needs to be more spread out.
Yeah, I don't know how they made it with like salted caramel and croissant shape. Maybe they like spread it out a little bit. Maybe then it works better.
Yeah, and it's yeah, and it has some marzipan also, but I don't know how the salted caramel is just spread on it.
That sounds nice. That sounds nice.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, this was sorry the last day, and there is no way I can safely transport it to another city.
No,
But
it's fine.
I would,
You mean so I could try?
yeah, yeah,
I'll live.
yeah.
I'll live. Next year we're celebrating Westlabav in Perno, so we're gonna come and bring homemade those.
Yeah. Also, in some other news, I'm bringing back the special drink Saturday, I guess, because I got a gummy boba latte, which is some kind of a super fancy €2.50 drink from Rimi of all places. I don't know, and I was like, "What?" It has even some Japanese characters on it, and which is like, "What?"
It's just a boba drink, yeah,
Oh,
with
sorry.
gummy bears.
Yeah. Well, yeah, boba. Yeah, like a real boba inside. By the way, it's extra rich taste and flavor. 22% milk. Wow, they even specify how
All right,
much.
all right.
And yeah, Terklise Perlit. And wow. Yeah, okay, okay. So this is very milky, I would assume. Yeah, very shake your
Sure.
happiness.
Well, let's do a live tasting.
All right. Anyway, are you having something this week to drink?
I already actually finished.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually gonna go make myself a drink since we're starting.
I mean,
Gonna make myself some delicious lemon water. Wait a second.
okay, yeah, for sure. Whoa, this is very. Okay, this is pretty interesting. Like, oh, it has some kind of a. What's this? Like some kind of a plant. Yeah, well, boba is a technically like. But about this is way more close to the real thing that I would have imagined actually, which is really surprising. It's just not a like a sweet drink, but it you can taste like the boba-ness because usually it's like yeah the chunky bits are like and the drink part is like more like just a sweet tea drink with milk. But no, this is more like boba flavored. Wow, I'm a fan. I don't know. Yeah, it costs way too much, but this is not bad. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, while my lovely co-host is making some delicious lemon water for himself, then why don't we? Oh yeah, go live. Right. I knew I forget something. Facebook with its like you need to press this go live button for some reason. Facebook, you're weird and you know it. And I can even show you why. Because the very first story is about Facebook. But we will get to that when my lovely co-host is back. Anyhow, yeah. So I hope you had some good Oslabal and did some good Wasla things. Oh man, very sticky. And he is back.
All right.
Oh my.
Let's
I I
let's get into it.
yeah, I think you almost got the same haircut as me because for a while there I was living basically I looked like I live in the woods only. And but now I got finally a haircut and I think you
Wait.
have I think you have basically the like yeah, all the sides gone and only the top, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm experimenting with going extra full long with the top half. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But
Mm.
anyway,
Delicious lemon water.
yeah, yeah, always good.
All
All
right.
right, yeah.
Let's get to it.
I
Boom,
was
boom, boom.
I was mentioning also Facebook that it's kind of weird that I have to press go live each time we want to go live separately, even though it's like connected to OBS. But anyway, doesn't matter. So the first story is about Facebook and how weird they are.
Yeah.
Because Jesus Christ, how would you like to pay like 12 euros per month
Yeah.
to use Facebook and Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
yeah. like, but yeah, like the first rule of the internet. Like I think Marquez tweeted about it. That one of the first rules of the internet: don't anything that has been for free previously, don't charge for it
Ah.
because, like,
Wait. Do they?
so they are announcing a few days ago they are testing a monthly subscription service called Meta Verified, which will let users verify their accounts with a official government ID to get the
Wow.
to get a blue badge, and it looks to help content creators and build communities. Blah blah. This is more marketing speak, but anyway, you will you will apparently get extra protection against impersonations, and it's also launching on in Australia and in
Okay.
New Zealand for some reason.
Okay.
And if you subscribe uh, on the iOS platform, then you will have to pay more because iOS will take a cut as always. And
Yeah.
yeah, so instead of 12, you will be paying 15
Nice.
if you subscribe on the Apple platform. But yeah, so basically, the whole internet has been like, oh yeah, I see your Elon Musk verified Twitter blue verified checkmark, and I raise you Mark Zuckerberg, who is copying the homework, basically. So yeah, that's the
Yeah. Well, from the way you describe it, it sounds more for like not people, but like
not people, but bots.
public people.
I mean, on all the Instagram tots who want to share their, who are afraid of their impersonations or whatever, I guess. And if you want
I don't
to,
know, maybe.
yeah, I guess.
But I mean, not for like just people using the platform.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, but that's how it starts, right?
True.
And after like I don't know how many years, and if Facebook, since they're already like they're the biggest platform, but they are losing subscribers to left and right. Well,
Yeah.
users, not subscribers, but now they are like, okay, kind of losing money also because of this. So how about any chance we can monetize
So is
people?
this what last effort attempt to just make some money before everything
Maybe,
goes completely bad?
maybe, yeah, I don't know. And if this goes well, if enough people, I guess, sign up, and then they were, oh, people actually like this. Do you want to pay money for the one of the
Mm.
worst social media networks out there? Really? Let's make it
Who
all.
who doesn't really? Yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't really want to pay like Facebook money for this horrible platform that like there was a study I just also saw today that the less, yeah, well, it has been well known that the body image of teens and teenagers, the less they use Instagram, the better the body image they will like look at themselves. So they gain,
No, yeah,
yeah, yeah. So
of course.
yeah, and I didn't, yeah, I didn't include the story, but anyway, because we have other good stories. But anyway, yeah, look out for some paid Facebooking if you want to have some horribleness in your life. Anyway,
Meh.
but let's talk about something more exciting. The new PlayStation VR2 is out, and
Oh yeah,
it is in
it is out. Yeah.
it is out, and it is 650 euros in Euronics right now.
Oh yeah, you can actually buy it in the actual Euronics actually.
The actual Euronics with some actual money, yeah. Uh,
Station.
well, it's in the e-shop as it's like it's stated, but yeah, it's not like physically in a store, but you can order it right now, yeah.
You can actually buy actual PlayStation as well. Actually, very
Yeah,
nice.
which is also kind
So
of weird.
digital console for 550, and disc console for 650.
Yeah, and if you want to have the a game to go with it, then the Call of the Mountain bundle is for 50 euros more. So the game
I'm
is.
not seeing the PSVR bundle.
Oh, I can send you the link. Oh no.
650. And what is the MSRP on that thing?
Oh no. Mm.
It's 700 euros. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's the bundle.
That's the bundle, yeah. But yeah, without the game, it's like
PSVR 2.
yeah, 50 euros, 600,
MSRP.
650. Oh, I will send you
It should be 550. $550.
Yeah, it's we were
$550 plus tax.
yeah, we were expecting like 600 the last time
I mean, it's
yeah.
it's fine. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Considering that there aren't any like must-play games on it yet.
Yeah.
So
But
people who are gonna buy it like this second, I guess it's kind of a lot. But
yeah.
I feel like in the future it will be a attractive product to buy.
Yeah, but it is more than the console, right? How much was the?
More than the console, yeah. It was 500 when it launched, and then they raised the prices by 50, 50 euros because inflation or whatever.
Yeah, so it's like because yeah, if in case you don't know, you have to have a PlayStation for it. So
yeah, of course.
it doesn't work without the PlayStation.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm bringing this up, apparently, well, yeah, we talked about it. Like it's pretty awesome. We think because there's some early looks at CES. They were showing it on CES, and some videos came from it, and people were like, "Ooh, this looks pretty good." I can't test it with my own equipment at home or whatever, but on the show floor, it looks pretty good and it looks pretty awesome. But now people are, since they can buy it and can have it, Linus, who is a famous oh no, where is the video? Oh god.
No.
See that? Oh my god. Okay, I need to find it again. What the hell? I had it open. Where is it?
No.
Okay, anyway.
Can we just appreciate that?
So basically, yes.
It's out and you can just buy it in Euronext.
Yeah.
So this is very reassuring for like the future when I actually think about actually buying one. That it's not gonna be a massive headache to find one.
Yeah, that's well, yeah.
So that's nice.
Well,
so Linus,
scalpers can still scalp, I guess. But
I mean, they could, yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. But
it's a pretty niche product.
Yeah, exactly. You know? I was going also there because yeah, you need to have a PlayStation 5 for it. So
yeah,
it's gonna be a little bit more niche. Yeah, definitely. But okay, so Linus, who has tried every single VR headset out there basically, and isn't even a console gamer, basically said that like, yep, it's pretty amazing. It's really good, and for the price point, it's probably it's in this price point, it's the best one basically. It's really good, and because first of all, it's OLED screens, and it has the foveated rendering. So 120 hertz HDR, which is a big deal also, and OLED, and foveated rendering. Foveated rendering basically means wherever you look, this exact spot will be high res. Everything else that is not in your eye's focus will be blurry, basically. And this works really well. So
I
you
mean, this is how our eyes work, also.
well, yeah, but yeah, they're but uh, you would think maybe well because they haven't this is the first gen product maybe they like maybe you can trick
True.
it like maybe you can like flick your eyes really quickly to a like a corner screen to the screen or something and then you will see like oh what is this blurry mess or what no
Hmm.
they did a really good job of basically yeah tracking your eyes wherever they you look it's gonna be sharp and it's gonna be really good so they're
That
not
sounds amazing.
and yeah and Linus was basically yep this is very good and very awesome basically and
Hmm.
this is a guy who uses the Valve Index which is basically the best headset out there 1,000 euros plus for the whole setup
Hmm.
and yeah, I think the Valve Index is even higher res. Anyway, doesn't matter. So yeah, this requires this is not like a standalone headset. This is like Meta is doing basically like no cables, whatever. Um, the whole thing, but this is gonna be still a single cable, which is still impressive for 120 hertz HDR, OLED, and this foveated rendering experience. So it's like,
I think it's a
yeah,
good compromise, good middle point
hmm
between like fully, mm,
yeah, for,
fully wireless VR. Maybe who knows? Maybe PSVR 3 is gonna be somehow some crazy technology that will not require any cables.
well, yeah, that's what
But yeah,
Meta is trying to do, but yeah, they're not like they're pretty okay, but they're not like this kind of they don't have OLED, they don't have
yeah, but like you can
HDR
have
yet.
you have to
hmm
if your processing is done in your headset,
hmm
that like you're not gonna have this good looking games
yeah.
as if you do it on a console and then just transmit
Yeah, or on a PC, yeah.
or a
So
PC. Yeah.
yeah. So and you can and yeah, the Meta headset you can hook up to a PC and play VR games also.
Yeah, yeah.
But and they are looking way better than the
Hmm.
wireless version. But yeah,
But
PlayStation.
there are some games that you can't even play on Meta Quest without hooking up. Like
Yeah,
Half-Life Alyx, you can't
I think
run on the Meta Quest, right? Can you?
I don't know.
Or was it not because of processing, but because it's a huge game, so it just doesn't fit on the internal memory?
Oh yeah,
But I remember
yeah.
something along those lines that like you
hmm
couldn't.
Could be yeah.
That's also a consideration because yeah, if you have the game run on a headset, then you can only have so much storage for the games. So how many can you realistically fit? Yeah, I mean, excited is the wrong word. It's already here and it seems to be good, but I'm very interested. I just want to have some really cool must-play games because everything I've seen so far, I mean, this Horizon game maybe is the closest I've seen to like something that is interesting and worthwhile.
hmm
But still, most of what I see from VR games are sort of like janky, like gimmicky, like tech demos. So we'll
Yeah,
see. Maybe who knows? Maybe like Sony's own studios will. No, I
yeah.
mean yeah, like Horizon was developed by a Sony studio. Maybe like more of them will try to dip their toes into VR. So maybe
hmm
something interesting will come out of that. But yeah, maybe like 6 months down the line, maybe a year down the line, when we have some sick games on it, then yeah, I'll definitely be buying one. So you can look forward to a live TikTok VR horror game
yeah,
marathon.
yeah.
There was
Oh,
some cool. I think there
yeah.
already a game like that exists, but that sounds really cool. Like since the headset can track your eyes, so the game
hmm
can track your eyes as well. And so in some game implemented this thing where like the enemies uh, only move when you blink.
Oh.
or something. Like how you have this, like, I don't know, mannequins or something that just move around the room, but
Ah.
only when you're not looking.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
That
Yeah.
sounds terrifying.
Yeah, that exactly. This is this is not a pure nightmare feel, basically. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I just want creative ideas for VR
yeah.
games.
Hmm.
Like, come on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What? Oh no! Again, this game that I want to name, but
And please put Half-Life Alex on PSVR 2. Thank you.
oh yeah. Well, PC
It
game.
would also be nice if later down the line they made PSVR 2 compatible with PCs. I feel like that could be also something interesting.
Hmm.
So you just hook it up to your PC with one USB-C, boom, and you're already playing your Steam VR games. No problem. That would be also cute. But yeah, VR is fun. I mean, I played it. I literally tried VR once in one of those like arcades, but like for VR. I don't know. They just have a bunch of VR headsets, and you can just play for like an hour or two just to see what it's like.
Okay.
And I played Super Hot VR.
Yes. Oh my God. Exactly. This is the game that I wanted to.
Yeah,
Uh.
and it's like a super basic shooter, uh, like a level-based
Mhm.
game where you have to like kill a bunch of people with different items like guns and knives and stuff.
Mhm.
And the gimmick is such that
Yeah.
time moves only when
Yeah.
you move.
Yes. 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 This was the game that a few episodes back I wanted to give an example. Also, like I don't know what we were exactly talking about, but yeah, Super Hot was the game that I wanted to mention, but I couldn't remember the name. And yes, this this to me this feels very innovative, in very like a new type of game. Like yeah, time moves when you move, basically. So it's that, I don't know.
Yeah,
I kind of want to try it.
yeah, it's really fun. And like it's a simple game,
Mm-hmm.
but it feels very good. It makes you feel really cool
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
like you can like catch things in midair because like since the time doesn't move, so if you like see something flying toward you, you just like freeze for a second.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, well I can like grab it from air or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like if bullets are coming, if you're not moving, you're like, okay, well maybe I can just duck and dodge the bullets and stuff like that. So it's sort of very sort of like a Matrix-esque feeling
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
get.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool.
I'm all about the Matrix esque experiences,
Hmm.
like Vampire Survivors. Yeah. So yeah, exactly.
Oh, Vampire Survivors VR, imagine that.
Oh.
You are like in VR and you have like millions of sprites like dying
Yeah.
around you while you are standing with your garlic and just
Yeah.
like chilling.
With your garlic.
Someone and your Bible that is just like spinning around you.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds nice. Somebody needs to make a mod for Vampire Survivors VR.
Yes. And it needs to be like 2 euros, 3 euros max.
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
Because that's the franchise. Yeah, you can see like this all the squiggly garlic lines coming out of you, basically. Oh, love it.
And like not a single monster is even close enough to even hit
Oh,
you.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my god.
My favorite game that is like a launch title for PSVR 2 that I'm like, this is the quintessential VR experience. It's called Vacation Simulator VR.
Vacation
So you can
simulator.
simulate being on a vacation while you are in your living room, just
Oh,
saying with a
what?
headset. Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, yeah. This is yeah, yeah. This is basically like people driving like semi trucks to transport some goods, and if they take a break in the semi truck, they play Euro Truck Simulator or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Or like
Ah, it's a more stylized, like goofy game. I was kind of hoping it was like a full-on photorealistic game where you're just like
Oh,
sitting on the beach, and that's the game.
yeah. Well, yeah,
Just sitting on the beach, sir.
yeah. Looking around, not making eye contact with other people. Yeah, yeah. Um,
But yeah, there's so many cool VR applications I feel like that could exist
mhm.
that I feel like are underused for
Oh
entertainment. I
yeah.
mean, like
Oh
you
yeah.
could have like VR experiences for traveling, I guess, yeah, for like creating spaces,
Yes.
some sort of like Google Maps based spaces or something where we could just
Mm,
like see
exactly.
like what certain locations look like.
Exactly. And
You could have like VR experiences for I don't know, like plays and like
mhm.
I don't know, Cirque du Soleil or something like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Where like I mean, not everyone can afford to like I don't like go to France and watch it,
Yeah.
or go to like New York and watch like Chicago on Broadway,
Mhm.
But like
Mhm.
have it as a VR thing, that could be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
The,
get to it, people.
yeah. I would love to. I don't know. Yeah. Who like whatever. Like a space flight. Let's go to the moon or let's go to the Mars
Mm-hmm.
or something in VR. Like how's the yeah anything. I don't know. It's coming, but it will take some time.
Mm-hmm.
They just launched the bloody thing, so they
Yeah,
can.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't say that Sony should do all of those things.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of different
Yeah, yeah. I know, I know.
applications for it that we should
Uh,
get to. Hopefully, if VR doesn't die. But I feel like it's been around long enough that it's not quite as Lotus film was saying on one of the episodes that it's gonna like die like 3D TVs.
oh, what?
But I feel like there is a lot more effort put into it
Yeah.
than
Of course.
3D TVs ever had.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So I'm more optimistic about VR in the long
yeah. Yes.
perspective. And I mean, come on, with so many like now we are like having like VR headsets that are meant primarily for gaming mostly.
Mhm.
But like once we get all of those like tech giants like Apple and stuff getting into this mixed reality space,
Yes. Yes.
like if they're doing it, then like they're not gonna just release it and be like, it's fine. This was the one and only like AR headset that we'll ever make, so enjoy.
Mhm.
So I feel like when that happens, it will really pick up even more.
Yeah, but
And then,
this is
yeah,
this is not only for home use. You can use it.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because the TVs were only home use, right? So it's like
Mhm,
these can be
mhm.
used in at work, having meetings, whatever, basically. So
Yeah, like once we get some sort of like portability, once we get to the point where like headsets can like render, I mean we're already kind of at that point, but maybe once the hardware like matures enough,
hmm
and you can use them for like I don't know, for museums and like some
yeah,
educational things, or you're like standing in some random ass ruin somewhere in Greece. You're like, okay, well, there you go. Put on this headset, and you'll see like what the space looked like when it actually like stood and existed. Before it, before it got ruined. Yeah, there's so much cool stuff that you can do.
hmm yeah.
So yeah,
But
I feel like that's gonna happen.
and when it happens, it's important to keep in mind that study shows VR users in the metaverse can be identified using head and hand motion data. So this is so for those of you who don't know, yeah, basically, okay, I will start from the beginning. Since we can, I already identify people how they walk. We can identify people how they because if you point the camera, that's China is using this technology way more than here, basically. But yeah, if you point the camera at it, and it's called a gait, GAIT. So it's like just the way you walk or do things, basically, whatever. So and a computer can analyze how long your step is, how basically how big your body movements are while you take the step, and it's very easy for a computer to think, oh, okay, this is this person basically from hundreds of meters away because he has this exact step or this exact pace or whatever basically.
Hmm.
So fun fact, I did dig a little bit deeper into this topic, and I found this video basically where okay, it's not exactly the same thing, but it's like still very interesting to me because so for example,
intelligence service when they're
um,
out in public. In terms of behaviors, there are
uh,
small actions that get.
there's a difference between Europeans and US people, how they, for example, hold their knife and fork. For example, because
We eat.
yes, this is not applicable to every single person because every single person is different and they do a little bit differently. But broadly speaking, Europeans uh,
Use the
hold their knife in the left hand. They don't, and that's how they eat. They don't put down. But US people, they put sometimes usually they put down the knife. They cut something. They put the fork into the other hand, and then they eat it, which is like this basically, like in the video, which is like
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
yeah, that is kind of fascinating to me because yeah. Okay, one
I'm
on.
trying. I'm trying to think. How do I eat? I cut. Wait. How do I eat?
Yeah. Most
I mean,
Europeans,
I'm left-handed, so I guess I would hold the knife
but
in my
you're
right
not
hand.
like you're not putting the fork into the other hand, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So you said most people hold their knife in left hand?
Uh, yeah.
Europeans, eh?
Yes. No,
So
wait.
I,
Oh, sorry. Oh, wait. Right hand. No.
I feel
Knife.
like you would have your fork and your like dominate
Yeah,
hand,
yeah.
right? Is it?
No. No. Not in
I
the.
guess I guess yeah. I guess you put knife is more complicated. Maybe
Yeah.
movement, so maybe. So I guess
Yeah.
yeah. I would then.
Just like in the picture, this is the typical like fork in the left hand, knife in the right hand.
Okay, so I would have my fork in the right hand. I mean, I guess it depends. When I eat something that I don't need to cut, I
Mm-hmm.
would eat it with my left hand.
Yes, exactly.
But if I'm eating something that I'm cutting,
Yeah,
I guess I would
yeah. But
just use the free hand.
yes, exactly. I'm doing the same, exactly the same thing. But yeah, exactly. But in US, you cut it and then you shift your fork into the other hand and then you eat it, which is like a typical.
It's interesting, huh?
Yeah, that's very like, and that's a very easy. Oh, you're from US or something. I don't know. And okay, one other example, a cigarette. So a European holds the cigarette like this, basically, like with between those two fingers.
My stream is catching up. Wait.
Yeah, like
Yeah, between a point, middle
yeah,
finger
yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah.
And how does a US person hold a cigarette?
I don't know, like this.
Yeah, yeah, like this.
I mean, I feel like you can you hold it like this, but maybe I mean I guess I mean I don't smoke, but
Yeah.
maybe if I was just getting to the very edge of the filter, like when
Hmm.
it's like very short cigarette, maybe like that, so you wouldn't like I don't know, burn yourself or something.
I don't know.
But
Yeah, it's just very interesting. I feel like, and okay, one other example. Uh, yes, again, every person is different and blah blah. Standing. This is how a US person stands usually. Like one foot is like a dominant foot, and one foot is like a leaning foot or something. If you do you see the
sure, yeah,
yeah
yeah, I
sure
see the guy standing.
yeah this is the US, and the next one like one foot is like you're leaning to one foot, and the European both foot both feet are basically like equally supporting the the the, the body. I don't know, just
Mm,
Yeah, again,
yeah, I guess it depends on the
depend. Again,
situation.
yes, yes, yes.
I mean, I guess that the second pose is more logical. I guess
Well, yeah, depends
standing.
on when and how you're standing, and it depends on the person also. But broadly speaking, a lot of Europeans are doing the other one, and US people, well, this one and the US people are doing the other one more,
Okay.
so which
Yeah.
is like really weird. Anyway, but yeah, the whole point of this story is basically.
I mean, they use an imperial system, like, and of course they are like
Yes, yeah, of course. In the imperial system, you need to shift the fork into the other hand
yeah, yeah. Otherwise, it
to,
doesn't
to
make
get
sense.
the appropriate ounce of food or
Mm-hmm.
pound of food or whatever. Um, but yeah, the whole point of this thing is basically yes, people it's people are way more recognizable for a computer in terms of like movement rather than a face, because because movement gives you can be spotted from hundreds of meters away, and so basically coming back to the VR and AR thing, yes, the movements in a VR and AR basically they can like, oh yeah, this is this person, even though we can't even see his face or whatever, but his movements are exactly like this. And if you want to track him, yes, sure. And so something maybe to keep in mind, from which company you are buying your next headset, Facebook. And yeah, if you want to give this data to the Zuck, maybe, or whoever, or Sony, or Valve, or wherever, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just something to keep in mind. I don't know. I find it this kind of thing very fascinating because they don't need to have your face. They just need to know how you walk or stand or eat or something.
Yeah, that is true.
And
I mean, it sort of works
and
like that on people as well, because I mean,
and
if you pay attention to that, you can sort of tell, but like who is coming if you are just like standing with your back to them, and but like you can hear their steps,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like subconsciously you sort of can kind of
yeah.
over if you're over a long period of time you like are exposed to these people like walking and stuff or calling and
Yes,
stuff, then you can sort of tell, yeah.
absolutely. And yes, the next AI will like, oh, this sound of these steps. This is a bit this person. Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
immediately. And yeah, this is a video, by the way, from a former CIA operative that explains this thing basically, and he gives a tip. So if you don't want to get spotted or something, just her tip is basically put a little gravel into your shoe, then you walk way differently, and then you're way harder to spot basically.
Mm, mm.
So basically the danger, okay, so a real life danger, if you give away immediately that you're like for example a person in Paris and you're from US or something, I don't know, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
then you become like a target. In this video, she explains like, yeah, if you go to the Louvre or the you hang out in Paris, then you're immediately a target for pickpocketing if you want to, and because they are like, oh, this is a tourist, and we can rob them way easier because they
Oh,
don't.
that's interesting.
Yeah, because they have they're way less likely to go to a police office because they don't speak the language. They like they are just for 3 days on a vacation here, and they won't bother to report this kind of like maybe this thing or whatever. So yeah, so basically this is just some tips,
Mm-hmm. That's
not
interesting.
to stand out basically because for criminals. yeah. Anyway, that's why you came, right? To text tips of the day. So, how about? Oh, here is the video. Oh my god. Okay, I missorted. Yeah, yeah. Okay, how about some UK bank accounts that you can log in with your voice? And of course, people have been already trying to log in to their bank account with an AI generated voice. And it worked. So, for example,
Hey.
so some bank accounts, like Lloyd's Bank in the UK, can let you in. Like they have this feature that, welcome to Lloyd's Bank, says the, well, they're calling to the local bank that they have.
Lloyd's Bank, so we can get you to
Mhm.
the right place. In your own words, please say the reason for your call.
Please say the reasons for your call.
Check my balance.
And the AI voice says, check my balance.
Okay.
Okay. Please say or key in your date of birth.
Please say your date of birth. Please say.
Well, he does it off camera. Keys in his date of birth, and please say my voice is my password.
My voice is my password.
My voice is my password.
And the AI voice, my voice is my password, and yeah, and he's in.
Works.
Works. Just
Nice.
and you're in the bank account. You can do whatever you want because that's a feature, and some European banks already have this feature also. Not only the Lloyd's Bank from UK. Oh my God, Sikal, good morning, sunshine.
Good morning.
And yeah, this is kind of terrifying. So
Don't you just love AI? I love AI.
well, AI can be very good, but also very scary. So it's all of the above, basically. But yeah, if you have this kind of a voice ID with your local bank, like Lloyd's Bank, then Jesus Christ, please don't, because AI voice generators are pretty loose right there on the internet right now. They can immediately like copy your voice and do something like this, basically, if you have. And yeah, if you just date of birth is the example in this video, and if you have this, yeah, sure, you can immediately log in.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, we have to be ready for these kinds of things, and apparently the banks are clearly not.
Okay.
What's the? I think I.
Maybe then you shouldn't implement these features until you're confident that they're gonna work as intended.
Well, they were just confident that yeah, this worked in our closed circles that we tried with real people, and they didn't even think of trying it with an AI generated voice or something, and they just, yes, look at this cool feature that we have.
Nice.
We are the best bank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and but all the people that do know that these things exist, like, ah, yes, please, very good, yes. Anyway, just a heads up. I don't know. Was there a European bank that some kind of a? I didn't see like any other European banks that were pointed out in this article, but yeah, Lloyd's Bank is one of them in UK. So, but apparently there are some more banks in Europe
Okay.
and in US. But yeah, anyway, careful out there. So, How about some apples for this week?
Hmm.
Because Apple will reportedly allow sideloading apps with iOS 17.
Right. Don't they have to?
Ooh, yes. Exactly. This which will come out next year to comply with the European laws, because yes, the European laws are pretty much like, dude, you kind of have to now. One thing was the NFC tag thing, because the NFC thing was only Apple Pay is only allowed. Oh my God, Lord's film. Good morning to
Whole
you,
thing is here.
the whole gang. Yes.
Yay.
So you might be able to maybe use Google Pay,
Mhm.
Samsung Pay, if that's a thing you want to use for some reason, but you can. And quick times can't be long. Oh no. Yes. But thank you for stopping by. But yeah. Yeah, so basically I'm really hoping this will come soon enough, because oh man, I want to load some maps. And yeah, I do. The one, because okay, the one thing I want to sideload immediately when this comes out is my Nissan Leaf. What's the App Store? What was the name? No, Nissan Connect. My Leaf. No. What was the? Oh no. Wait. What was it? Oh yeah, Leaf Spy. Yes. Leaf Spy. So this one basically, because this is 20 euros, and I'm not even. This has been changing throughout the years so much that on the App Store, not Google. God, on the App Store, yes. So 20 US dollars here, but yeah, this is 20 euros in Europe. So they have been taking away some features over the times, and the reviews are old, and so I don't know exactly what this app does, but it's pretty essential for my car, and I want to, before I buy it, I want to kind of see what the hell is actually like doable, because every video I looked at, it's like from few years back, and I'm not completely sure what this app allows me to do with my car, but it goes pretty deep into the settings that the normal Nissan app doesn't. So yeah, I want to try this app basically for, and the side loading thing, I'm pretty sure they will do it like just a week, and then you have to re-side load probably, and something like this, like they did with the Apple TV, that they probably still do with the Apple TV, I'm pretty sure. Because you can technically sideload already, but you need to sideload every 7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
surely that will change, right? Otherwise, what's the point?
yeah, I don't know. Well, what does sideloading mean? Okay, yeah, sideloading. Well, yeah, the word sideloading is, I don't know where it comes from, but anyway, it just allows you.
Downloading from the side.
Well, yeah. Kinda. So it's like downloading any other program, because right now you can only download from the App Store, and sideloading means you can download from other places. Basically.
Yeah, I mean, side loading makes sense only in the phone context.
Yes.
You basically side load
Yeah.
on your computer all the time.
Yes.
Because you just download apps. But on phones, it's like when you download an APK and install it instead of going to Google Store and downloading it from there. that's basically a side loading.
Yeah, and I have sideloaded in the past also, but yeah, it's like you can if you want to have. Why would somebody sideload right now an iPhone? Like you can change whatever you want basically. Like you can have any kind of font, any kind of widget, any kind of color, any kind of what if you for example if you want to like you don't want to show what your network carrier is or all this type of stuff you can do basically if you sideload your iPhone right now.
Mm-hmm.
With Cydia is the most well known, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I have downloaded APKs and installed like that. Yeah. But again, once you update your iOS, um, your phone, all goes away. So it's kind of a pain to get it back, and some apps need recertification every 3 days or 7 days or something like that. Also, that's a pain a little bit. So anyway, I have experimented in the past, but if real side loading comes, yes, I want to try some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had a very well.
I think it will be.
Updates very impossible. Yeah.
I'm thinking that it's gonna be pretty minimal,
Mm-hmm.
like in terms of amount of people who will be actively sideloading.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because you can by and large find most of the things you need
Mm-hmm.
on App Store anyway.
Yes.
So sideloading can be good for what you're talking about, or for perhaps apps that just are not allowed on App Store for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Like they don't meet the content,
Yeah.
whatever guidelines and stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wanna have
OnlyFans app.
Yeah. You wanna have porn on your iPhone? Nope. Can't do it in the App Store. Some porn games or some porn apps or something. Nope. That's a hard no from Team Apple, basically.
Yeah. So you would go to sideload.
Yeah.
But of course, when you sideload stuff, you have to be also cognizant of the fact where you are downloading from.
Yeah, that's the whole. Yeah. Absolutely. You have to be careful out there because there are some bad people out there, right? And but that's Team Apple is basically that's the biggest. But the security of the people if we let sideloading. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I feel like it's still not gonna be a problem because like over the years that App Store exists, I feel like we were kind of trained to use App Stores, you know? So if you think about it, like App Stores are now with default way for people to down, which makes sense, yeah. This is the default way to go, right? So the casual users who want to whatever app like TekTok or something, you know, who like use their phone only for these like basic things, you know,
Yeah.
they will get their shit on whatever like app stores.
Mm-hmm.
So the actual people who will be sideloading are maybe people who know what they need, like what apps they need, extra apps that you know are not on the stores, and they will be more careful about like what they download and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
I don't think it's gonna be a problem. Honestly, I feel Apple is
Oh,
just.
there will be very few people will sideload stuff because they will like, okay, why should I do it? This because all the people that want to do it, they already know why they want to do it, basically.
Yeah.
And they technically can do it already, so.
Yeah. I really don't feel like it's gonna be a big deal.
Bigger apps should have some official way to sideload to Android. Yeah. Speaking of, you mentioned TikTok. Speaking of casual users using this horrible app, the European Commission bans TikTok from staff work devices. So officially, it has arrived into the EU. We're just copying US because US did it first, and so we are announced a similar move to the US, where the Chinese-owned app was banned on government devices and the state and federal levels. So all the people who are working in the government or at the whatever level, federal level, basically, they can't have the TikTok, I guess, anymore, which is good. Which is good because
I think so, yeah.
China has been pretty much, yep, we are spying on you, pretty much, because they don't care. And there's another story coming also about Chinese spying, but not yet. But before that, Google doesn't want to pay websites for content, so it's blocking news in Canada. Talk about some dystopia. We're taking away some valuable news.
Oh my god.
Again.
I have a deja vu. We already had
Yeah.
the same exact story
We
from
had
Australia.
from Australia. Oh my god, your memory is impeccable, sir. Yes, this is exactly the same thing that was happening in Australia last year, where Google was like, okay, I guess we're gonna block some stuff now in your country, and that's exactly what they're doing in Canada now. Around 4% of users in Canada were limited by news content access, which is like, so yeah, Google doesn't want to pay. Like, real journalists are doing real work to get out some articles, and Google is like, sure, that's for free. That's free work, right? And we're gonna just and Canada says nope. You have to pay for them. You have to pay for linking to those articles and that information. And so Canada and Google is basically blocking now news. So yeah, this was also happening in France, I believe, where Google got a got a fine from France, like 600 million or something, also for the same thing, basically. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's weird times out there, but yeah, maybe that's the timeline where ChatGPT is like, yeah, sure, we're gonna pay for it, and rises to the top of like better information from actual real news sites, from actual real news journalists and stuff.
They should then train ChatGPT to credit the original the original content.
Yeah.
The creator uses all the references. Like when you write a paper, you have to like list all the references. So this is where I took the references for this post. All of them.
Yeah, app developers don't want to pay the Google. They can have, but not an employer. So yeah, well, yeah, they can have like another, like a consumers, or they can have TikTok on older devices if they want to.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, this was only the.
I mean, that you should want to have it. But
yeah, that's after all these news outlets that are like, by the way, they're absolutely tracking and spying on you, whatever you're doing, and they're not even paying you money for it like other social medias, because TikTok is like absolutely taking most of them, like 80-20 is the sharing, and it's like only the, I don't know, the 10% of the whole TikTok user base is getting paid or something. Anyway, way more brutal than YouTube or any other content platform, basically. So it's like they're not giving you even money, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Anyway,
so what is the point?
Yeah, so
what is the point?
Continuing with the dystopia and with some weird times that we live in. So how about some ChatGPT that will live in your home? And so one guy basically hooked up ChatGPT to his smart speaker. That's a Siri speaker. Is that the HomePod? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, the example here is
Doesn't look like it.
yeah. It doesn't. I don't know what. Which one is this? Anyway, he called it Josh, and this is an example of what he does.
Hey Josh, open the shade, stop the music, turn off the lights, and what's the weather?
Opening the shade. Music stopped. Sure thing. The East Casita lights are now off. In Palm Springs it's 59 degrees. With a high of 66 degrees and a low of 45.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, I sent you the link also. So basically, the first 20 seconds, if you can quickly check what the speaker does. It just does a bunch of commands all at once. Yeah.
This is like
Yeah.
there's this TV show, a British TV show called Years and Years, and they have like I don't know, it's like a bit into the future, I guess, and they have home assistant called Senior, and he is like, you know, on the level of like you can converse with it and like, you know, ask questions in like a more natural way and have conversation and stuff. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
one day we'll get there.
Oh, we will get there. Yeah, but so yeah, that
That's nice. Yeah.
that would be kind of nice. Like just in one breath, you can say all these things
Yeah.
and all done. Because right now, I'm even in my house. I'm using like, okay, turn these lights off. Then he turns the lights off. Turn these lights also off, and it's like technically I can automate it already, but yes, I haven't been gotten. Yeah, I will do it anyway. But yeah, multiple commands that doesn't have to do with lights necessarily. Like I mean, completely like the weather, the lights, the curtains, the temperature. No, that
yeah.
Google can't handle that at all. Even though Google is technically the smartest one of the in the home automation business. But yeah. Okay, how about some feel good news this week for the 5th person to confirm to be cured of HIV? So yeah, researchers are making some good strides in terms of like HIV cures. So in Düsseldorf in Germany, so usually they like either slow down the growth or of the virus or like just delay it or something. No, this is completely like we didn't find any trace anymore, because usually there is still a tiny amount that will over time grow back basically, but this is the case, like the 5th person of like, yep, nope, nothing anymore, which is kind of awesome because yeah, medicine is making some after all the COVID stuff. Medicine and the whole sector is getting some real money behind everything basically. So and they're talking about like a HIV prevention, like a vaccine also. If you at some point, but not yet. But yeah, that they're working on like a HIV vaccine basically. But yeah,
Does that feel good news?
that's I don't know. That's a really
When can we get to
Yeah.
cancer? Can we just remove?
Yeah,
cancer?
that's also in the works as I understand, because there's some huge strides in cancer research, and I saw some good stuff also there. All right. Okay, how about you know the Starlink situation, right? All the Chinese, all the Elon satellites that are orbiting the Earth. Guess what? They can be spied on because data transmissions. Because you can spy on a Wi-Fi network also, technically.
Right. Yeah.
So it makes sense. Yes, you can technically also spy on these because they are sending data and signals back to the Earth. And China is basically okay. No, I need to say this correctly. Where is my? Oh no. Oh yeah.
China.
Yes, this country. I had a Trump voice saying China. Anyway, 13,000 satellites. Well, 12,992 satellites are basically they want to send it into the space to spy on Starlink satellites by 2027, which is kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
And
A tiny bit.
yeah, and they have something called anti-Starlink payloads, whatever that means. But yeah, something specifically targeted for Starlink satellites.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Only China knows what's exactly up there, and they don't. So Starlink can't really. I mean, how would you even begin to secure yourself from something like this? Basically, encryption, right? Right, but encryption adds another layer of like latency, and you need to process. You need some heavy processing to encrypt and decrypt, and oh man, yeah. Anyway,
I was gonna say anti-Chinese espionage bracelets.
yeah.
Conveniently, I am stocking right now.
Oh yeah.
Work 100%.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
I also was thinking like some minerals and some stones.
Yeah.
Actually.
It can be a necklace also. It doesn't have to be a bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, yeah, like a wearable accessory.
Oh man.
And yeah.
Get yourself get yourself your own rocks and bracelets from tinfoil.ee or something. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, something to look out for. Also, in some other news, hackers are even getting laid off because there's a labor like all the world is going into crisis mode basically, and even the hackers are being laid off right now. I don't know. It's just kind of a funny story that I wanted to include, which is like
not the hackers.
They didn't like specify, of course, because they're like actual criminals are being laid off. But one hacker group reportedly let go 45 call center operators or something.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, some ransomware attackers. So yeah, I don't know. Even the bad people are getting laid off. Yeah, that's yeah. And okay, one other story which is kind of a throwback story also here in Estonia, the biggest electricity consumer, which is a biogas factory technically, said that yeah, they will shut down again. We had a story last year? Yeah, I think in December or something. They were shutting down.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. They were shutting down for 2 weeks, and now they're back with yes, we're gonna do it again for 2 weeks because Jesus Christ, the energy prices. Jesus. And they unveiled also that they paid last year 44 million euros for electricity. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of damage. Anyway, yeah, so the biggest factory in this country who is doing biogas and some biofuel basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, before the crisis, the electricity bill was 17 million euros, but now it's like, yep, it's got up.
Yikes.
It's tripled. It's 44. So yeah,
That is a yikes.
I don't know. We'll see how this is gonna go. But yeah, I don't know. Just to follow up. All right. How about some memes for this week?
Memes?
The
What's that? We don't do that here.
the meme break. Yes. So
We don't do that here.
yeah. All right, but just a little bit.
A little bit of memes.
Yes, because there is
Just this one.
breaking news that a man shaves off 1.7 seconds of a 2-hour flight by standing up as soon as the plane lands. Yeah. This is breaking.
Yay! Finally, someone did.
Yes. And also this one, I feel like this is
I always love it. Just as a side note, when people just rush, rush to the exit the moment.
Yes.
Like
yes. This is exactly like yes. Wow. The winnings. And we are collecting.
well, you see, their lives are so insanely busy that they're like there was a commute is planned to the second, so if they don't take off immediately, they'll be late for the next very important appointment.
Oh
for the
yeah.
subject.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, and also this one. Welcome to the salty spittoon. How tough are ya? I punched a hole through wall. Yeah, so in Europe. Right this way, sir. Yeah, this is.
Wait, is it what? Just because Europe has the
Yeah, throwing shade of the shitty construction in US basically.
Okay,
Because
okay.
yeah, US has like very shitty walls in terms of like yeah, but Europe, Germany especially. I don't know what German buildings have one of the toughest walls ever. Basically, I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I lived there. Yeah, it's a good thing, but at the same time, if you want to renovate, it's like forget about it. Forget about it.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, you want to make this two small rooms into a big one? Nope. There's nope.
That's not allowed.
Like yeah, some building code and oh man, it's insane. Anyway, what's going on in music this week? How about Skrillex releasing music?
What?
Yes.
That's Skrillex.
Yes, and Pink also.
What?
Randomly, Pink and
Alright.
Adam Lambert and
What?
Gor-
What year is this?
yeah, and Gorillaz. You remember?
What actual year is this?
Yeah. Releasing some music in the year of 2023. What? Yeah, also Tiesto for some reason.
God.
Which is like also what? But yeah, and some other people. But if you recognize, then good for you. But yeah, those are some old men. What? Skrillex? Like actually? Like what?
Mhm.
Okay, Pink I kind of get maybe, but
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
She does stuff, I guess.
Yeah, but my recommendation for this week is Proxima Parada. I did the other one yeah, here 24-hour new hours. This has been also my jam for quite some weeks. But yeah, Kind Reminder is man, this is good. So it's like very uplifting pop
Mm-hmm.
type indie pop folk. Oh man, so good. Anyway, this has been my jam. All right, how about some TV shows and movies and music? Movies and for me, Stargate. Yeah, still going. Yeah, still going.
Yeah.
I don't know how many. Wait, how many? 10 seasons. Oh yeah, there are some. Oh man, yeah.
Some way to go, yeah.
Some ways to go. But yeah, oh man, some nostalgia, some real nostalgia. I'm finishing the second season soon.
Mm.
But yeah, how about you? How about some?
How about me? I am slowly watching Desperate Housewives season
Yes.
3.
All right.
Yeah, they really cranked up the crazy in season 3.
Nice.
It's yeah, it continues to be entertaining. Just like every season has a bit of a different sort of flavor to it, I guess.
Mhm.
And yeah. So that's the thing that's happening. We have been watching together. So this one I'm watching by myself, and we have been watching the what's the name of it? White Lotus TV show.
Oh yeah. How's that going?
It's interesting. It's very different.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like a murder mystery. Well, I'm assuming that's a murder mystery TV show. But the thing is, this like it's a murder mystery in reverse, I guess. So instead of like the murder happening and you spending the season figuring out who did it, you know,
Yeah.
it's the entire season sort of leads up to the murder, and you are trying to figure out who is gonna kill who, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have like some sort of like a Hawaiian sort of resort moment. You have like multiple families, no, around which the narrative is like centered around. And yeah, and they like some came on like a honeymoon. Some people just came to on vacation. There's a lady who came to like bury her mom and like throw her ashes in the ocean or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so they are all kind of connected. I mean, that's like the main cast of characters.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you like observe them as they go about the vacation over the course of multiple days, and we know that at the end someone's gonna get murdered. So I
Yeah.
guess yeah, they want you to figure out who is gonna die and who is gonna kill who.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's very interesting. At first I was like, so
Have you watched Glass Onion?
you mean Knives Out?
Yeah.
I haven't even watched the first one. No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I know that they're supposed to be very good, right?
I mean, yeah, the first one was better, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But the second one was, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
But this
Like,
is also like a murder mystery, right?
yeah. That's why I was.
Mm-hmm. It's fun. I mean, yeah, like it's a fun genre.
Mhm,
Like half of Desperate Housewives is also sort of like a murder mystery kind of thing
mhm.
going on. So yeah.
All right.
So yeah, it's a quite short show. It has 2 seasons, and the first one has 6 episodes. The second one has 7 episodes, but they're like around an hour long.
Yeah.
And
Are
yeah.
are people missing out who can't subscribe to HBO Max?
I mean, I'm not subscribed to HBO Max.
Yeah, but I mean,
Ooh, I wouldn't say that it's essential.
okay.
But if you like crime stories and like investigation stories, then I think it's worth to check out.
Mm.
And I mean, it has Jennifer Coolidge in it, so it's already good by definition.
Yeah. I saw Aubrey Plaza is also in it.
Yeah, so the thing is, I don't know how they justify that narratively, but basically both seasons have completely different characters,
Oh.
which sort of makes sense because the first season takes place in Hawaii, and the second place takes place in Sicily. But as I understood, the only character who is actually like recurring is Jennifer Coolidge's character.
Okay.
So
Okay.
my understanding is that yeah, she is like on vacation in this resort, and then next time some shit will go down, and then next time she'll go on vacation to a different resort, and some new characters and new stuff will happen in that place. But I wouldn't say she's like the main character. She's just sort of the anchor, I guess, of the whole show. It's sort of like a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of a comedic relief character, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's fun. The first episode was like weird, and then we were like, so when is stuff gonna start happening? But the thing is that nothing really happens. It's just they
Okay.
all have like their own kind of storylines, but none of it is crime related. It's just they're sort of like the timeline of their vacation. But because we know that in the end someone is gonna die, and it's like, okay, so who is gonna snap and go crazy, and like what's gonna happen? So in this sense, it's interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Any other TV shows, movies this week or last week? For you?
I watched a horror movie.
Yes. Wow.
Which
You're
was
okay. You're back to horror movies.
Yeah, I feel like Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's more
I thought the movie industry is dead to you.
Fucking what was the name of it? It started with a the and what's the other word?
Okay, I will type in the.
Wait.
Describe
The Inhabitant.
the Inhabitant.
The Inhabitant. Yes, The Inhabitant.
This one.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, IMDb rating 4.3. Would you agree?
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I kind of would.
Oh.
The reason why we watched it was because it had like a shitty IMDb rating, but Rotten Tomatoes has 71 by the reviewers, like critic score, and 92 audience score.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, sure, let's see.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not as bad as Halloween Kills, so by definition that already puts it above, that whatever that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nothing really. So what's the idea of the movie? It's like sort of inspired by quote unquote true events of some lady who lived in like I don't know 19th century or something. Just like axing her entire family basically. And I think she was put into some kind of psychiatric whatever the fuck, and and the thing is that like well she's like she may or may not haunt other people and like cause them to also whatever haunt like hack people and stuff like that. But basically it's a movie about just hereditary like mental illnesses basically.
All right.
So there's a family, the aunt that is related to like the main character's aunt was put in a psychiatric facility because she may or may not have killed someone. And then the girl, who is the main character, starts having hallucinations and visions and stuff like that. So she may or may not have like schizophrenia or something like that. And then people start dying, and nobody understands what's happening. And
Okay.
And then, I mean, I'm gonna spoil the movie because I don't think it's worth a watch. So
Okay.
you may as well just watch something better
Okay.
with your time. And then in the end of the movie, it turns out that actually it wasn't the aunt that uh, murdered those people, although she probably still has some kind of like mental problems, but it was her sister, who is the mom of the main character, who was like who seemed like normal and I mean seemed to not have had any issues and stuff, and then I don't know, she snaps or something. It's not clear if she was the one who murdered those other people in the and put her sister in psychiatric ward or not, but basically she just goes crazy and starts killing people, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
And the movie, and but still the way they like presented it is that like the main character, the daughter, was having these hallucinations and stuff, and at the end of the movie, her younger brother also has like a hallucination of this lady with an axe or something. So
Very interesting. It's called a vignette, where all the edges are uh, darker, and the middle part is like brighter. So it's like a, yeah, it's called a vignette, right?
yeah, what about it?
That's interesting style of the movie, basically.
I guess, yeah. I mean, it
They,
wasn't very interesting to watch because like it was sort of like, okay, well, somebody has to be killing these people, right,
Mhm.
that are actually dying.
Yeah.
So unless none of them died and this was all just some sort of like a weird like misdirection and it was just happening in her head,
Mhm.
then clearly someone did it, and it can't possibly be the main character because that would be too predictable.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it has to be someone else. And there are some like other crazy characters around, but
Mhm.
this twist is such that the one like seemingly non-crazy character in the movie ends up being the murderer. But it was also in a way predictable because we were like discussing this as we were watching. Like, well, that would be very anticlimactic if the mom is the murderer. And I was like, yep, she sure was. I was like, okay, well, that happened.
Yeah, yeah.
So
All right.
overall, not great, not great.
Mhm.
But I mean, you can't release new good horror movies every
Yeah, yeah.
month. So we already got Megan this year. So in this sense, I'm already grateful
Mhm.
for that.
Yeah. All right. How about some gaming? Okay, do
Yeah,
I'm still playing the best game of 2022,
yeah.
Vampire Survivors. Oh my
Oh
god.
wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This oh man, some I just yesterday unlocked completely new characters again, and I'm like, "What?" There's one character that is I have not even evolved the weapon yet. I don't know if you even know, because I think this is DLC, because I think you don't have the DLC, right?
No.
I think, yeah. So anyway, the character is like every 3 minutes just gets superpowers and moves really fast, and you can it's invincible basically. Just one
Mhm.
one such character, which is like, what? Oh my god, they even have that. They even literally have Neo basically, that moves way faster and is completely invincible, and yeah,
Mhm.
anyway, just I'm stoked. I'm just, yes, this is the best game. Anyway, what have you been playing?
I have been playing Hogwarts Legacy. Have I talked about it on?
Yes, you have. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think since I skipped last week,
Hmm.
I think at the point where I talked about it, I just started, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'm having a very good time with it. But then like I mean, I am kind of sort of nostalgic for, Harry Potter and stuff.
Hmm.
But even without nostalgia, I can tell that it's a competently made game. It's really good. It sort of has this like GTA style gameplay where you have like an open-ish area, and most of it happens in like, well, school, right, in Hogwarts, and then you have plenty of places to visit outside of Hogwarts, basically. And it's like an open world game. You have missions, you have collectibles, you have main story missions, you have this kind of stuff. And yeah, the story so far seems to be fine. I wouldn't say it's like phenomenal, but you know,
Yeah.
as far as video game stories go, I would say it's pretty okay. The gameplay is good. It has this cool, since you are like in the Harry Potter universe, you are allowed to use a broom to fly around the open world. And I found that it's a very nice. Like it's a lot better than your typical like let me slowly like gallop on a horse for like 3 hours to get to the next destination,
Oh, okay.
So it cuts down on a lot of like traversal, which is usually the least interesting part of open world games.
Yeah.
I mean not traversal in a sense of like, oh, there's like a weird like sort of like environmental puzzle that I need to overcome. So how do I do that? But I mean just getting from one interesting thing to the next interesting thing. Usually it's just a lot of like horse riding.
Oh, Breath of the Wild comes to mind. Yes.
Yeah, for example, or honestly any other open world game ever.
Yeah.
Because like the only one I can think of that uh, tried to make traversal interesting would be Spider-Man, like the recent one.
Ah.
And they did a very good job of like the swinging mechanics.
Yeah.
So that also made the traversal interesting. You didn't even really want to use fast travel that much. Because I'm just gonna like swing around and like hop on the roofs and stuff like that. And this sort of goes for the similar thing, except that you're just like flying on a broom, which feels nice. You still kind of get to see everything that there is to see in the world, the landscape and stuff.
Yeah,
But then you
yeah,
also
yeah.
don't have to like, oh fuck, my horse is stuck on a rock. What am I gonna do? Oh no, there is a fence and my horse is too dumb to jump over it. Well, let me fucking run around it, like this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really nice in this sense. And the pace, it keeps up the pace. So it's not like gonna take you like 100 hours to beat the game. It's maybe like 50 hours if you want to like finish the story and do collectibles and like this sort of stuff. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if you can cut the game length in half by cutting off some like unnecessary fat, then that's a good thing. So yeah, there are some problems with the game. The biggest one that I found is that the school element of the game, your involvement in the school life, is a complete like afterthought, unfortunately. So there's like literally zero interaction, consequence, or point in your school presence, because the actual interesting part of the story happens outside of the school. And the point of the school activities and visiting classes is just so you can learn spells to use. Which is fine. I guess that's like how it should be. But like there isn't really anything to it. You just every once in a while go into a class. Oh, here's a new professor character. They get a brief introduction. Okay, here's your new spell. Let's go. And you go back to doing other things. And I feel like I don't know. I mean, in a game that is so not in a game, in a universe that is so centered around the process of like learning and stuff, and like people from different school magical schools and stuff, and whatnot. I feel like they should have put more effort into that. But I kind of was already having the feeling that it was going to be sort of like that because, like, I don't know how familiar you are with Harry Potter. Probably not very much.
No.
It's like a school, and you study there for 7 years, and like after that, you're basically like a certified wizard and whatnot. And the premise of the game is such that you are like late bloomer, I guess. A latent talent that you awaken to later in life. So you start your school as a 5th year. So they like thrust you near the end of your time at school, And the only point for that is because at that point you can like learn, basically just more spells, right? Because if you're like learning in school in like first to second year, you're only allowed to learn some like very basic things, that nothing like dangerous and stuff like that. And that was the only point. And from there, it doesn't really go anywhere. You just learn schools. Like the actual universe has like a point system, because students are divided into houses based on their like personalities, sort of, or like talents. And the houses get points throughout the year, and they sort of like compete against each other who gets points for like doing well in classes and stuff like that. So none of that exists in the game.
Yeah.
So the school, as is just like an environment for you to
Okay.
explore.
Michael is looking forward to playing Hogwarts so much, also when it's a bit cheaper.
Yeah, it's without like even a shadow of a doubt the best Harry Potter game ever. I mean the bar is low pretty much.
Yeah.
As far as that is concerned.
Yeah.
But it's better than any of the movie-based games. Easily, like it's not even close. But I feel like they may have sort of shifted the focus, or like focused on the slightly wrong thing. Like if I were making a game like that, and when they presented the game, it's like, oh, well, leave your whatever the fuck, like Hogwarts fantasy that you could never like experience before.
Yeah.
Like my mind would go into completely different direction, because the way that they made it this way is that like the main thrust of the story has absolutely nothing to do with school.
Yeah, yeah. It was always cooler to hang out outside of school, right? So
Which again, but like if you center the story around outside of school activities, I feel like you should still create some interesting side activities that are in the school.
Yeah,
That you would like go back to when you maybe like wanted to take a break from the main story. But the thing is that most of the side activities are also outside of the school. So it's like, so what's the point?
So
what's the point of the story?
Yeah, they should really rename the game Hogwarts Side Activities or something.
Yeah. It's like I feel like when they I'm sure, I have no doubt in my mind that the sequel maybe is already in development, because they did say that they don't really plan to release any DLC for the game at this moment, and I kind of hope that they don't. Like if they can spend another 6 months of just like brainstorming and like workshopping like what the sequel should be, and maybe like correct some like maybe things from this one, it could be really like, I mean, it's already a very good game, I feel like.
Yeah.
But it could be something like really, really special.
Yeah.
And another thing, which I found really interesting, is that there isn't, it kind of plays as a sort of like a simple RPG, where you can like choose dialogue options and stuff, and you can be a total dick to other characters, which is funny. I kind of wish that I did.
It is like GTA.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. And I kind of wish I went more the dickish route with my answers, because it's the funny ones. And the thing is that there is absolutely no morality system whatsoever. So choosing the funny, like dickish answers, that is not gonna change anything narratively speaking. It's just the characters are gonna be mad for you in that like one cutscene, and that's it. Like they'll forget about it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I mean, it's mostly funny, but then I mean, spoilers, I guess. But I mean, we already knew that that you are allowed to learn and cast like powerful but like forbidden spells that are like frowned upon. Only like criminals use them in the Harry Potter universe.
Okay.
I mean, they're basically like, one is the torturing spell, which like, I don't know, tricks your brain into thinking that, or I don't actually know how it works. If it tricks your brain into thinking that you are in pain, or it actually inflicts pain, I don't know. The other one is just like, you just kill someone. It's basically just die.
Oh, okay.
And then the third one, I don't even really know why it's like forbidden, but you can basically control. I mean, I guess it's kind of OP. You can just control their minds. Basically, you can like make them do something for you. So you can learn all these spells in the game. later in the game,
Mm-hmm.
and you can use them. And it's framed like in a way that like, oh, you can learn them or you can skip them. This is like a narrative choice that happens in the game. But there isn't really much reason not to learn them, or not to use them, because again, nobody's gonna like
Yeah.
nobody's gonna do anything if you're just gonna. I mean, you can't use them on other students, obviously. But as far as like if you go into the open world and start like whatever fighting
Yeah.
spiders and stuff, it's fine. You can use them as much as you want. Or the dark wizards, who are obviously bad, so therefore we can just murder them. So it is kind of funny.
Okay.
So it has some like these confused. It's sort of like they were going for a morality system or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it never happened because you also have talents, right? That's split into different categories, and one talent like group is literally centered around improving these forbidden spells.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, it's like, okay, well, they probably wanted to have like the basic talent system, and then as you play the game, maybe your choices will affect your whatever morality gauge or something. Like, are you more evil or are you more like goody two shoes? And then depending on what you choose, where your morality is, you'll be allowed to learn different talents, right, later. But it never happened. It never came into being. So you can't just like walk around the open world and just murder people. So that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But still, even with these like interesting choices that they made, it's still very good. It plays well. It looks beautiful. The story is fine. It's fun to explore Hogwarts. It's fun to explore for the nerds out there. You can go to Hogsmeade. Like a village near Hogwarts. It has a bunch of different places to visit, and yeah, like if you are invested in that universe and you know what's happening, then there's a lot of different like nuggets of fan service that are fun to engage with. And another thing, which is criminal, is that you cannot play Quidditch, and Quidditch is like a fictional sport that involves broomsticks.
Yeah.
That you can. It's like a. What is it? It's like a basketball basically, but it's sort of like a mixture of basketball, dodgeball, basically a mixture of all the ball games.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't do that. I don't know. I guess probably development time just didn't allow them to flesh it out.
Mm-hmm.
This was my first thought that this was gonna be a DLC for the game. They're gonna like
Yeah.
make it available. But then, literally the next day, they made a statement that they don't have any plans for DLC at this point. So I was like, okay, well, maybe not.
Okay.
But I'm 100% sure that the sequel is coming at some point because the game already sold. How much? How much did it sell? Like some absurd amounts of money.
You mean in total, or how much the game?
Since came out, yeah. The
Oh,
game
okay.
sold. Yeah, the game sold 12 million copies in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a lot. I don't think it's quite like Call of Duty numbers, perhaps.
Mhm.
But it's really good. It's really good for like a single player only RPG.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay.
I mean, yeah, Elden Ring sold 20 million copies since release. It was like last week it was announced. They were like celebrating 20 million copies in like a year. And this one
Yeah.
sold 12 million in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow. Big. So I can.
So yes, Mikkel has a lot to look forward to.
Yeah,
It's,
Mikkel.
it's a lot of fun.
Especially the price. He has a lot to live look forward to.
I mean, yeah, gaming is expensive, so
Yeah, I'm
it's
looking
just-
forward
you
to the
can't-
price.
you can't go around it.
Yeah, 60 euros. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it will go on sale, sure,
Mm-hmm.
soon. Games go on sale usually soon. It's a Warner Brothers game, so they will see that the sales are slowing down. They'll be like, okay, fuck it, 20% off or something,
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, put it on sale for 40.
yeah. You got it on
I got it on PlayStation 5, yeah.
PlayStation 5 from the also for the UK thing, UK store.
Mm, yes. So that means it costs £60. So that's even more than 60
Oh, probably
euros.
less, right? No, £50, no? Or
No, I don't think so. I think it was £60.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So even
What is it even?
so even more than €60, right? How
I
much
guess
is it?
so, yeah.
How do I do the pound sign? Oh,
67.
yeah, 67.
Mhm.
Oof, yeah. All right. Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. So I'm gonna finish here and I'm gonna go and play some
Mhm.
because I have a day off.
Okay. Speaking of
Yay!
speaking of paying for games, please don't buy this game, Atomic Heart, because
Mm.
yes, for those of you who don't know, it has been confirmed. This game has been completely funded by Lukoil, which is a Russian oligarch
Company, yeah.
oil company, and when you buy this game, it will pretty much directly fund the Russian coffers of money.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
I heard about that as well.
but
I mean,
what you should do is like the Russians do it, pirate everything. If
mm,
you're really curious about it, and
yeah, if you must, yeah,
if you
sure.
must, and yeah, and there is a really weird uh picture from this game that depicts the Estonian flag, but not what you,
Okay.
but not from the current times, from the Soviet times.
Mhm.
And do you know which USSR Estonian flag is on the picture? Which one of them is it?
What do you mean? Which one?
Well, there's a there's an Estonian flag on the screen right now,
Ah, wait, what? Mm, let me see.
but not from the current times, but from the before times where we.
Ah, yeah. This is no, yeah. But the premise of the game is that well,
Yeah.
it's the second one, right?
No, the fourth one.
The fourth one is Estonian flag.
Yeah.
What? That's so random.
Yeah. And I was okay. To be completely fair, I didn't know either. And I had my mom before the show. Hey mom, can you show me which one of them? Because I knew that it's on the picture because it was a Reddit post, and I was like, which one of them is the old Estonian flag? And she was like, yeah, no, it's the pointy wave one, because that's what we
Okay,
had.
so which flag is the? Ah, never mind, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, the pointy the sea pointy wave thing. That was Estonia.
That's nice.
Yeah, and I didn't know either. I had seen the flag before, but I had no idea. And she was like,
Mhm.
yeah, this was the one. And anyway, so this is apparently in this game.
Mhm.
If
Well, yeah, the idea is that Soviet Union didn't collapse, but became like the center of whatever the fuck,
yeah, something.
center of culture and science and everything.
Yeah. So yeah, again, if you want to see the game, then I feel I feel very confident in saying like yeah, please just pirate this thing because
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, by all accounts, it's not even that good, so
Yeah. So
check it out. Or if you want to play a good game in the same genre, you can go and play Prey.
oh yeah, Prey is also
which is also like a sci-fi, spacey, first-person shooter, stealthy action game. And it's actually made by a competent developer and is good.
Wait, I thought Prey. What's the cat one?
Stray.
Ah, Stray. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's also a
Yeah.
by all accounts.
I always see the Stray game with the cat one. They're promoting it all the time. But yeah, Prey. Okay, this is like a sci-fi thing.
Yeah, it's basically similar idea. Yeah, as the Atomic Heart.
Okay. Yes.
Oh,
So, how about some games? Okay, you mentioned Hogwarts Legacy, but any other games that you played or no? Not really.
no, I'm
Oh.
only focusing on one game right now.
Oh yeah.
Actually, seems to be working out nicely. So
Okay.
far. It's just I don't really have to. I don't have time to play multiple at once, and I want to like finish at least something in this year. So
Yeah.
but thankfully, starting
So you don't want
starting next month, I'll have a better schedule on at work. So I should be able to squeeze in some more time
to. Okay.
playing something.
Did you
And
negotiate some better?
yeah, basically,
Hmm.
it was basically yeah,
Okay.
I was like,
Okay.
we have to
Okay.
think of something, otherwise it's just not gonna work in the long run.
Yeah. Work-life balance. It's
I'm trying to think. What am I interested in terms of upcoming games?
Oh yeah. I am interested in the Tears of Kingdom. The Zelda.
Tears of the Kingdom, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess the closest game I will be checking out. It's
I'm
gonna come to Game Pass on day one, so I'll check it out then.
okay.
It's called
Yeah.
Wulong Fallen Dynasty.
Oh wait, is this Nintendo or
No, it's I think it's on Steam. It should be on Steam as well. Yeah.
what was the name?
Wulong. WO. One word and then a long second word.
Wulong Dynasty.
Yeah, Wulong, I think Fallen Dynasty is what it's called. Yeah, it seems to be like some sort of action game based on Chinese mythology or something like that, or Chinese history, and sort of like yeah, it seems to be interesting.
€70.
Yeah. Well, it's coming to Game Pass day one, so.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll be checking it out on Game Pass.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
this developer new or is it?
No.
Oh.
They made the Neo series, which is also very good.
Okay.
Koei Tecmo, yeah, they're publishing this. And Koei Tecmo is like one of the biggest Japanese publishers, yeah.
I see. Okay.
But yeah, looks good. Looks like a nice action game.
Yeah, new dark
if
fantasy.
If I can play it on Game Pass, that's good for me. I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe I'll. I mean, I guess I can try to finish Hogwarts Legacy by then, but I'm not sure. We shall see.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, since you're having the one game per playthrough policy, then I hope this Wulong game won't be too long.
That's a good. I mean, I can probably tell you that it's gonna be decently sized because they don't usually. Okay, there you go. The game will take around 40 hours to complete, so that's a long time.
I'm so proud that I finally got to use this joke. Anyway, I need to get to this audio thing
was a good one.
working because I did the CSI yeah thing. Anyway, also I'm playing with the idea a little bit to maybe get the Tears of the Kingdom to the OLED Switch when it launches, but I don't know. Oh man, I don't
I'll
know.
be definitely playing it whatever time. When is that coming out?
May.
May. Yeah, I'll be playing that game.
May 12th. Yeah.
I'm a bit skeptical because like it sort of looks like more of the same.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to spend another 100 hours doing the same that we already did in the first game. But maybe I'm having a suspicion that they may be just kind of sneakily hiding the cool new stuff.
Maybe. Yeah. I'm hoping.
Yeah, that's
I'm
kind of
hoping
my.
for it. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be there. I'll be playing it.
I'll be there. Yeah. I'll be there for you. Anyway. Yeah. To me.
And
Russ.
dungeons. I want dungeons in the game. None of that divine beast nonsense. Just give me the full-on dungeons.
Oh yeah, dungeons. Okay. Yeah. I kind of enjoyed like the puzzles and. Yeah, I don't know.
I enjoyed them as well. It's just, I mean, the shrines were fine, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the dungeons, they're like a mandatory part of Zelda games. Come on.
Yeah. But I especially I enjoy. I remember I enjoyed that you, if you're creative enough, then you can find a different intended outcome, and it will still work. There wasn't
Yeah,
like
that's
a
by far.
one fixed way to do it or something. Yeah.
Yeah, this is by far the best part of the game.
Which I really
So
liked.
just it actually allows you to play the way you want. Many games tell you that you can play however you want, but there are clearly correct ways and incorrect ways to play.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
so this one was actually like, just try stuff.
And it's not just like a finding the glitch or something. Like you can stand on 2 pixels and you can jump from these 2 pixels to another area or whatever. Basically, yeah. It still had like, no, this can work. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's about it for this week.
Yeah.
Also, okay, one thing. I have been signing. What's the Bing with the sign up thing? Oh, not this one. Oh God, where is it? Bing sign up waitlist. Oh yeah, here. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not signed in on this computer, but Bing with ChatGPT. There's a waitlist, and I'm on it already since 2 weeks, I think, and I'm so curious to try it out on stream because, oh man, I have seen some really insane examples already on the internet what this thing can do, and again they have toned it down already because ChatGPT with Bing went a little bit too crazy again, and they pulled it back because it went like almost because Microsoft released an AI at some point called Tay. And this was completely, after 3 days, it was completely spewing out just racist everything and just a horrible thing, basically tweeting all kinds of horribleness. And it looked like for a second there, this was also this AI's destiny, but luckily they like pulled it back and they stopped it because
Mhm.
because people were abusing it to every kind of degree that they could. Like, tell me all the secrets that the developers basically programmed you, and Bing was, yeah, I don't know, ChatGPT, Bing Chat. I don't know what to call it, but it doesn't have an official name. But you can't call it just Bing, because Bing to most people means, oh yeah, the search engine, right? No, it's like
Mhm.
Bing AI, Bing Chat. Those are the words that I have heard people use. But anyway, yeah, I'm on the waiting list, and I'm really, as soon as I get like access to it, I hope, because you can, if you want to skip the waiting list a little bit, then you have to install all Microsoft defaults. So that means not using Chrome as your default browser, using Bing as your default browser. You need to download the Bing app to your iPhone and all these kinds of things. Then you can skip
Mhm.
a little bit ahead. And I have done all of these things. But anyway, yeah. But this will be very interesting. I really want to play with it, and maybe if I get access to it, then we will do it on stream, because
Sounds good.
because this has internet access. ChatGPT doesn't have
Mhm.
internet access, but this does, and it's a whole nother beast basically because of this. It's insane. Okay, so one example that Marquez did a video about AI, and it was um, very tame. Like, he was basically like, yeah, it's cool, but it's not there yet. Basically, was the whole video summary. But Linus and they did a insane demo. So basically, they asked how many backpacks can fit into a Tesla, basically, and yeah, I'm not gonna explain all the things what it did, but it got it right basically, and the way how it did it, just insane. But anyway, we will do it when we have the access, and we will do it live on this
Sounds good.
lovely show. And yeah, anyway, that's what I'm looking forward to very much. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you asked about games. I don't know. Tears of Kingdom is the only. Yeah, Vampire Survivors 2, please make as soon as possible. I don't know.
Game of the Year 2020.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
and Cyberpunk I'm looking forward to also. The DLC.
Cyberpunk is getting DLC, yeah.
Yeah, these are the only ones pretty much. I don't know.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, there's a lot more coming later this year that I'm looking forward to. But for now, yeah, just to Wulong is my next bookmark, I guess, for the game that may
Oh
or may not be
yeah.
good.
By the way, in case you're wondering why we have two streams working, because I'm streaming to you and to the stream to OBS both at the same time, because I have a finally a new capture card in the computer, and it works this time directly from Elgato. Exchanged it for the bad one. I sent it to Netherlands, and because they have the headquarters there, I guess, or something, the factory, whatever. Or not the factory, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, I got the capture card back, and now it's like, yes, 4K 60 Pro, very good. So we can have two streams, and it's very smooth.
Nice, nice.
Yes. All right. Anyway, just a update on the stream situation. Anyway, yeah. I still need to get working the sound to stream, to share the sound somehow to you, because
Yeah,
oh man,
we'll figure that
that
out.
would be awesome.
Mhm.
Anyhow, next week. are you?
Yeah, so my schedule is gonna be changing, so I will be working only full days, and none of that half-day nonsense.
Hmm.
So for the next day, for the next week, we can do Thursday evening. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
So
Yeah.
I'll be working Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, full days.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So it's basically going to be like that from now on. I feel like that I'll be always available, either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday,
Okay.
or Sunday. So
Okay.
there
Okay.
shouldn't be things like me working full from Thursday to Saturday, or
Oh.
from Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah. First day at 6, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Thursday 6.
Yeah, I don't know, 6. I feel like this is our time usually. That's good stuff.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, people, for hanging out, and for all the people
Yay.
who are not live with us. Yeah. I don't know. Hit the bell or whatever if you want to have us want to see us live and chat with us. But yeah, anyway,
ChatGPT with us.
yeah, chat GPT with us. Oh man, yeah, all right, but we love you very much.
It was a pleasure, as always. It was fun.
Bye.
Bye.